What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lance. I'm going to be showing you guys today how you can get your TradingView alerts coming into your Discord and alerting you in real time. As the alerts trigger in TradingView, you will get an alert in Discord. So visually, these are your alerts. You can set whatever alert you want on a specific study, on a horizontal array, etc. And you can set it to show up as whatever you like within Discord. So right now, just to show you guys, I'm testing this out. For this specific example, I'm using testing it on Bitcoin. I'm doing this over the weekend. Bitcoin's the only thing actually moving. So for Bitcoin, let's go ahead and pull it up just to show you guys what I'm talking about. These are the levels I was testing it on. Let's move these levels so you guys can see how this works. I'm gonna move this up to the highs. Once we take these highs out here, I'm gonna get that alert in Discord in just a second. So let's pull up Discord. You're gonna see here in a second, once that triggers, it will show up. You can update this. I'll give you guys the code, show you how to set it up and all that. But essentially, once it triggers, you can set it up to the parameters, which I did not update right now. But for example, earlier I had it at 115,000, but you can edit all that. Set up a picture, so once the people click on it, they'll get the chart you want them to see, or whatever the case may be. I'm also testing out Cheddar Flow. Just open this up today, see how they work, and there it is. We just crossed on Bitcoin, and we are now getting that alert in Discord. So real-time alerts, and again, you can set up the charts. So just as easily as copying the link to the image, when you're editing your alert, you would simply paste that image in here. And you can update the levels. So as of right now, the breakout level would be 115, 146. So let's update that. And now the new alerts, will show up that way. I have the alerts to show up in Discord as green and red. But if you guys, let's get started. So first things first, when you want to set this up, you want to come into TradingView. You're going to set an alert. You can do it as simply as this. You could do it over a horizontal array. You can do it however you like, right? So I'll post the code how to set this up within I'll set it up in the YouTube comments or in the description. You guys could just copy paste it, and that's pretty much it. So you'll come into here, you'll click on add alert. If it's a buy, y'all usually do crossing up. If it's a sell, I'll put crossing down. I want it crossing down that value, below that value. The alert name doesn't really matter. You can set it up however you like, but the way I have it set up for this specific example, I would put BTC sells. I'm gonna set it up as a sell. So crossing down below this level, it's gonna be a sell. And then again, this code I am going to share with you guys in the description, but this is pretty much it. You have one code for the sells, you have another code for the buys. So let's go ahead and copy the code for the sells. Copy, paste, and then again, this is just a simple script. You would just edit it for whatever you happen to be trading. Change the name to BTC. You want sales below, let's say 115.039. You would type 115.039. If you want to add your image, you're going to go ahead and copy the link to your image. You're going to paste it instead of the link that's the one that's there. And then as for color, that's what I was referring to earlier. You could change the color. So in Discord, again, I have buys showing up as green. I have sells showing up as red. If you want to have a different color code that you prefer, that's fine. You would simply look up the code to whatever color you like. There's the color for red. Color for green is for the buys. Again, you just go on Google, type I think it's hex color keys or something like that, and you could just substitute it for whatever color. Well, that's pretty much it. So that's how you would do the sells. As for buys, opposite thing. Let's go through, I'll just walk you guys through it as well. So I just set up the sell's down here. I'm gonna move it up. And if that triggers here, you know what? I'll just raise it so it triggers. So this is about to trigger the cells. You're gonna see the cells come. Actually, you're not gonna see the cells come through. Oh, they did. It showed up as buys, and I will explain why in a second. I forgot to cover a part of the tutorial, so a pretty important part. When you set up your alert, so let's go ahead and find it. It's right here. When you set up your alert, again, you do the values where you want it to trigger, crossing down if it's a sell, crossing up if it's a buy. Name it, copy paste the format if it's a sell, copy the sell setup if it's a buy, copy this buy setup, change the name, change the values, and change the image, right? This is a text I write on every trade. Everyone should be using either a dollar or percent based risk. If you want to remove that or edit it to a different text, totally fine, you could do that. But this is one of the most important parts, which I forgot to cover. Under webhook URL, you will click on that. You want to go into your Discord. When you are in your Discord, when you want to set this up, you can set up a specific channel or integrate it with any of the channels you already have to get those alerts. You would simply go to edit channel, and then you put integrations, webhooks, and this is where I have it set up. So I have specific alerts for Bitcoin, SPX, GJ, gold, and then any daily stock picks I'm looking at. For example, last week, Eli Lilly, J&J, etc. That'll come out under a daily pick, but you can organize it however you'd like. This is just so I know when the alerts come through what it is. Oh, it's a Bitcoin trade, it's a SPX, etc. But once you have that set up, for example, this one that we are doing, it's a Bitcoin sell. So you would just do new webhook. For this example, I could just show you guys this. I already have it set up. You just copy the webhook, paste it in Discord. But let's pretend I didn't. You're gonna type in BTC sells, or again, whatever you would like to name it. You can change the picture. So I just have simple sell buy. So it's pretty self-explanatory. And then for the daily picks, just a picture that says daily. Again, you can use whatever image you like, just up to you. Once that's done, you would do copy webhook URL. Once you copy that, you'll go back into TradingView, and that is where you would paste that webhook URL. Paste that, save. Now once that alert is triggered, it'll show up in Discord. Let's see if that's working with the new one. So there it is. Once we updated it, it came out properly now as a Bitcoin sell. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. But it's pretty simple. Again, the codes will be in the description, so just copy paste the buy setup, the sell setup. If you'd like to change the emojis, that is totally fine. I just gave you guys the layout, and you can pretty much edit it however you'd like. If you don't want to put any images, that's okay. If you want to add any other embedded items, like I said, up to you. The script is yours. Go ahead and play around with it. If you guys need help setting it up, let me know. But pretty self-explanatory. All right, cheers.